Whoa, who are you? What are you doing in my house? Hello, I'm Mark Webb, the director of 500 Days of Summer. Oh yeah, you directed those terrible Amazing Spider-Man movies, right? I don't really want to talk about those. Well, hey, you're a self-declared critic. Did you know that I have a new movie out this year? Yeah, I actually did know you had a new movie, The Only Living Boy in New York, right? I saw it. Oh, you did? That's just lovely. I haven't met anybody that's seen it yet. I was actually just about to review it if you wanted to watch. It's good, right? It's great, yeah. Oh, well, here, I'll move and let you do your thing. How about that?
New York has lost its soul.
Oh, he's decided to hate where he's from.
There's a John Varvatos where CBGB's used to be.
It's true.
New York's most vibrant neighborhood at the moment is Philadelphia.
Hey everyone, I'm back again reviewing a new movie called The Only Living Boy in New York. This is a movie from director Mark Webb, who of course did the Amazing Spider-Man movies and 500 Days of Summer.
Or we could do something else, or we could, if you don't, I mean, yeah?
Yeah, either one.
Good cut.
So I went into this movie not expecting a whole lot. 500 Days of Summer is a pretty okay movie, but of course Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2 are like the worst things. So I didn't really go into this expecting the best. I didn't go into this even expecting like an okay movie. I pretty much expected me to feel indifferent, and while I sort of do, I mostly just don't like it. And that specifically really doesn't have much to do with Mark Webb. I think he actually does a good job with this film. He actually seems like he cared, unlike the Spider-Man movies. He tries to actually direct. There's some interesting cinematography choices. There's some really unique camera movements that I didn't expect for this movie. And all in all, he does a pretty serviceable to good job. It looks great. It really does capture the scope of New York very well, and the metal jungle or whatever they like to call it. It does capture that feeling very well, and that is one thing I will give props to Mark Webb for. Not only that, but the performances here are really great. From a cast list like this, you've got Pierce Brosnan, Kate Beckinsale, and then a newcomer. I think his name's like Callum or something. And they all do a good job. I think they do. Kate Beckinsale seems like she's just kind of playing herself, but she's great at that, and she is. So the performances are all good here, and the score is sort of the highlight for me, actually. These amazing compositions that really do fit well with what's happening. The problem is, I didn't care about what was happening.
I just moved into 2B.
Huh. Thomas Webb.
Why so troubled, Thomas?
I'm having a bad day.
What's her name?
Well, I'm crazy about you.
I'm crazy about you,
But don't say as friends.
why? Why is that so bad?
What you need to do, just make her afraid of something more than being with you.
Other than those few things that I listed, this movie is a huge mess. A huge mess. And all of it stems from the script, which is terrible. Everything about the script in this movie made me want to throw up and punch this movie in the face. It's the most pretentious script I think I've seen this year, and all the dialogue is like this incredibly lofty, heady, but vapid dialogue. Everything that the characters say seems like it has no actual meaning. It's just, look at me, I'm cool, I can say big words, and complete long sentences. Like, I swear, literally every single line of dialogue is like, I'm better than you, and I know that I'm better than you. And then the next line is like, wait, no, you're not better than me, I'm better than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's sort of this like continual back and forth between characters where they just have these overly witty, clever, not even clever, but hollow conversations with each other that feel like they go nowhere and accomplish nothing. And this is my biggest issue with the movie. The writing for every single character feels the same. There's a movie called Nocturnal Animals from last year that was written by one guy, Tom Ford, and he wrote every single character individually with like their own identity and their own personality, and they had like their own way of communicating what they're feeling.
Oh, god damn, that looks bad. You might need... Hey, honey, you got a tampon?
And this movie is like the opposite.
New York has lost its soul.
Oh, he's decided to hate where he's from.
There's a John Varvatos where CBGB's used to be.
It's true. New York's most vibrant neighborhood at the moment is Philadelphia.
Every single character feels like it's been written by one 45-year-old guy that's incredibly out of touch. So when that happens, every single character just sort of feels the same and uninteresting. So it's like one character has these lines of dialogue, another has these lines of dialogue, but if you just switched the characters and kept the dialogues the same, it wouldn't be any different. It really would not be any different. And that's the biggest issue here. You have to have characters with personalities and identities to make you care about them, but when you don't, then it's hard to care about anything, and then it's especially bad when the dialogue is so clearly written by one guy that doesn't understand the characters that he's writing for. And not only this, but the movie has no idea how to tell its story. The scriptwriter just clearly feels like the audience won't understand what's going on. So he constantly is having the characters say exactly what they think at all times. There's never any mystery or intrigue to this movie. It's just characters saying lofty, heady dialogue that's completely hollow, or saying exactly what's on their mind at any given time, which is not how humans work. So that, for one, came across very phony to me, and another part of that is that Jeff Bridges seems like he knows everything for no reason. Like, he just knows everything. Whenever it doesn't know how to transition scenes, or it doesn't know how to continue the story without explaining things, it just has Jeff Bridges narrate, and he's a character in the movie. If he was just a narrator, this might be fine, but he's actually a character in the movie that only knows, like, is only connecting with, like, one person, and yet he somehow knows the feelings, thoughts, and ambitions of other characters that he seemingly has never seen or met before.
Let life take over, find a window, and pounce.
It's my father doing it.
Who's he with?
I don't know. It's about my mother.
The movie just clearly has no idea how to communicate what it is. It has no idea how to trust an audience. But yeah, this movie is sort of unfortunate, because, like I said, Mark Webb does a good job.
Good cut.
He actually looks like he's trying in this movie, which he clearly was not doing with his last two films. And cinematography is pretty good, the score is excellent, and I liked most of the performances, but the biggest issue is that the script here is terrible, and it has no faith in its audience whatsoever, and so it tries to make you feel like a dummy. It's like aiming for the dummies in the audience, but it's also pretending like it's like this lofty, heady, indie dramedy almost, and it's horribly unfunny, it's not dramatic, and the fact that it over-explains everything makes it feel like it's not heady at all. And it's very weird. It's like a blockbuster that is disguised as an indie movie. And it sucked. I really didn't like this movie. I thought it was incredibly pretentious. So I would not recommend it. Most people have not seen this anyway. Yeah, it's really boring and really pretentious. So don't see it. I'd probably give it a 4. Yeah. Dude, what was that? I thought you said you liked it. Wait, no. You asked me if I thought my review was good, and I think it's pretty great. Well, I thought you meant it was a good movie. I wouldn't have stood here and let you talk crap about it if you had just said it was bad. Okay. Well, fine. You know what? I don't need your couch. I'm gonna go sleep somewhere else. How about that, huh? I never wanted you here anyway. Didn't even know you were here. You suck. You suck. That was incredibly unpleasant.
I want to bail, but I can't.
Well, then you know. The only way out is through.
Life's random as it is deliberate, funny as it is tragic. Yours is no exception.
The only little boy